What the? Now where the hell did that go? Jesus. It's got to be around here somewhere. Seriously. What? Somebody is seriously fucking with me. All jokes aside, guys. So the Fairlady's now in the other garage, waiting to be removed. It's about to get picked up on a flatbed, and we are heading to the paint shop. So in the meantime, here's some footage that I shot there yesterday. Alright guys, so I'm in here at the paint shop. I'm just helping the boys rub a few panels and stuff down ahead of the shell getting here. The shell will be getting here tomorrow morning. So we're just in the process of rubbing everything down and getting it ready to blow some paint on it. It's all come along pretty well. We actually have got paint on a few panels that I'll show you later. And you'll see more when we bring the shell up tomorrow. Awesome. Alright guys, the Fairlady's just about loaded up. Greg's there just doing the final tie down. Greg is a legend in the towing industry. That's his business there, best price towing. So if you want any vehicles moved around Newcastle, Central Coast, Sydney, Greg's the guy. Greg, what's your phone number?
042 119 4621.
There you go, you've got it right from the man. Let's get to the paint shop. The Fairlady's at the paint shop. And here's the man who's going to be responsible, Mr. Scott, my mate, proprietor of the business. And there it is. Luke, you got to meet Luke. This is Luke. He's the man who's going to be applying the beautiful silver coat to the Fairlady.
That's it.
And I'm going to be the monkey who's going to be rubbing all this shit down. Alright, we'll see you shortly. So as I said, it's just hard work and sore fingers at the moment. Lots and lots of rubbing to do. Most of this is all soft pad work. Getting in the, all the crevices, all the jams, all the rubber seal areas around the T-tops, all the seal areas around the hatch. It's just a lot of work. Pretty grueling, hard on the old fingers. You can see me there using the whizzer with a soft pad, a soft interface pad, and really fine paper on there, and just going over the existing rub down that I did back at home in the Aussie shed, which was done with 400 over the top of 220. I think now we're doing maybe 600 on the whizzer, and it's just very, very grueling. As you can see, I've sped it up an awful lot, just so that you sort of get an idea of the amount of time involved. At this stage, when the car's in the paint shop, it's all about time management. While ever I'm doing something, there are other people doing other things. Luke's in the other side painting other parts of the car. Scott's running his business and helping organise and other things with this, and coming out and checking up and making sure everything that we're all doing the right thing. You can see here we're blowing the car off and getting it all ready to put into the spray booth to start masking it up. The boys have got a pretty good start on the masking here. You can see that they're in the process of bagging the car. What they do is they back mask everything and then run a big plastic sheet over the whole car, and then use the booth to suck it down onto the car. So this is a downdraft booth. It's also a wet booth, so it has water running, which you can, if you look carefully at the floor, you'll notice that there's water running underneath that grate. So all the dust gets sucked down into the floor and into the water, and then all the water and the air gets sort of filtered. But it's a good way with the downdraft booth to get the plastic down nice and tight over the vehicle, and it also allows you to sort of get it sucked down onto the floor around it, which on something like this is it's a little bit important, because all the undercarriage being already all detailed and everything, it's not something you normally have to worry too much about. So you can see what Luke's done here with the masking is he's masked the main part of the car, and he's also separately masked the T-top area. So he's just starting to put the black base down on the T-tops, or sorry, on the T-top area. And once all the coats are on that section, it'll then be baked for a bit until the black's gone off enough that we can tape over it, and then the black will be taped off, the silver applied, and then the whole lot sort of cleared together. So we'll just speed Luke up a bit while he's going here with the black. He's probably going to put 2 or 3 coats on there. So we'll just let him have at it for a few minutes. So Luke's just killed the lights in the booth, and he's come in with a torch, which is a really good way to check the coverage on the black, just to make sure that there's no light spots, and that the coverage is very even and consistent over the whole area. And he'll now take that info, any areas that he's looking at that were looking a little bit light under the torch light. He's just going to touch up now, and Bob's your uncle. And that, guys, is how you get a really good job done on things like this. It's all about knowing what to do. It's now time to remask the T-top area. It's been cooked in the booth for a while, probably an hour or so, long enough to make sure that the black's hardened off enough that you can mask over it. And you can see that's exactly what Luke's doing. He's starting to prep on the masking to give him all the lines that he needs to create for the division between the black and the silver. And once he gets all that sorted out, he'll get some paper over the top of it, and I guess then he's probably ready to start hitting the silver. At this stage, Scott and myself are working in the bay next door. We've got both of the front doors set up on panel stands, and we had to do quite a bit more work on the front doors. Bit of a mistake by myself. After I re-welded all of the side intrusion bars, you know what I'm talking about if you've been following my videos, I didn't thoroughly check the doors to make sure that there was no warping or anything from the heat. I roughly checked them, but obviously not well enough. Once we had the doors off and we had them on panel stands and we were doing final rub downs with them, we found some pretty minor deviations, but it still required the doors to be re-rubbed and re-high filled, and then obviously primed and prepped again. A lot of that happened yesterday, so we just kind of next door doing a final rub down on those, so they can go into the booth with all the other bits and pieces after Luke's finished working on the body. Bit of a quick hit with a tack cloth, Luke's just working his way around the car, picking up any overspray that might have ended up on the body from when he was doing the black and just making sure it's all clean before he now moves on to putting a silver ground coat on, which will give him a nice even base before he starts laying down the actual silver base coat, and will also nicely cover up the areas of the black which were run over the top of the primer where we're going to be putting the silver down. So it's just how you get you re-even up the finish once you've had a colour change on something like that, so you don't get any shading in the area where the black was. So Luke's just whipping over this now, and she's starting to look like something. Every time you see Luke walk off to the right there and then come back in, there's actually a gap in the filming there, a flash off time between coats, and then he's starting a new coat. So as I say, if you want to keep track of how many coats and everything, that's how you do it. Every time he walks off to the right, comes back in, it's another coat. So I think that's the last base coat, and Luke's back in there now. He's starting to unmask the black on the T-top roof area. Ready to probably start the clear, I'd say. So we'll just keep following him, and you'll see that once this is all cleaned off, next we're probably going to start putting some clear down. Yep, that's definitely a clear coat going on. Doesn't it look lovely? here it is. Well done, looking very nice. Looks like all the work in those jams paid off. They're looking pretty sharp. Very happy with all this. Nice, clean, defined lines, consistent edges. Mate, that's what we're after. The whole thing is looking pretty damn sharp in my opinion. Pretty damn sharp. Very nice. Now we just got to let this bad boy cool down a bit. Push her out. Get a couple of doors and guards in the booth. Alrighty. Bit of a shot outside the booth. Looking very nice. Very happy. With the booth clear, we're now able to get some more bits and pieces in there. As you can see there, we've got the doors, the front guards. You can just see the edge of a table in front that's got the fuel filler flap and some handle bits and pieces. There's actually another stand out of the shot that you can't see that's got more handle stuff. It's also got the T-top sides on it as well. So you can see Luke's starting again with either a base coat or a ground coat over all of this stuff. And I guess we'll take a few moments and watch him sort these guys out. Once again, whenever you see him come in and out of that back door over there, that's the finish of one coat and the start of another. go, guys. A few bits and pieces painted now, as you can see. Looking very nice. We've got our guards and doors are all in here. All the rest of the stuff's already done. The hatch, the bonnet, you know, the bars and all that. They were done earlier. So we are looking real good. This is just cooking in the booth now. We'll leave this in here for an hour or so and then let it sit for the rest of the weekend, because it is the weekend now. And I'll be back here on Monday doing a little bit of assembly work. Alright, see you shortly, guys. We're out of the booth and it's time to start the reassembly. Some bits over here I haven't shown you before. This hatch turned out really, really good. Really happy with it. All that work blocking it out numerous times, it's really, really paid off. Very happy with all of it, actually. So guys, we'll leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Fairlady get painted. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's been a long time coming, but well worth the effort. So in the next video, I'll start on the assembly. So I'll start filming the next video after I shut this off, and we'll get a bit of the assembly done. I've got to get this thing home. I'm only loose fitting everything up now because there's more that needs to be done in regard to the fit up with various bits and pieces. So it's really just getting it together so it can be transported. Alright guys, as always, thanks for stopping by the Aussie Shed. Always a bloody pleasure to have you here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll bloody well see you on the next one. Cheers.